explained to you at length the connection between the gross and the subtle, how the different centers are related to different plexuses. Very clearly, when I did my medicine, the names of these plexuses were different. Now they are different. And every day it is changing because they are finding new and new things. But when you get your self-realization, when you become the self, then you don't live in any relative world. Today the problem of religions who are fighting among themselves, like Christians have so many cults, Hindus have so many cults, Muslims have so many divisions, this is only because they are understanding God through their mental projections. Because they are not on absolute state. When it comes to mental projection, one can go on interpreting the same thing in 100 ways. Like Bible can be interpreted this way or that way intellectually. When you are in the absolute, then absolute is only one. You cannot have many cults, many interpretations. There cannot be many. So when you become the self, the first thing that happens to you, that you enter into the state of absolute. Your hand starts speaking. On your fingertips you start feeling it. It doesn't think. It just gives you the indications. Supposing you want to find out, is there God? You have to just put your hands like this and ask the question 3 times, is there God? From your heart. And you'll be amazed. The vibrations will be very strong on your hands. This is the proof that there is God. The time has come to prove the existence of God, prove the existence of all-pervading power. You turn round to the all-pervading power, put your hands towards Him and ask, is there the power of God which is all-pervading, which is doing all the living work? You start getting cool breeze in your hand tremendously. This is the power for the first time you feel when you get your self-realization. This is the power that does all the living works. These flowers, they become fruits. The buds become the flowers. The trees grow. You have parasympathetic working in you, which is, they call it autonomous. But what is auto? Who is the auto? That's the spirit. They don't know what to call it. They have got a name for it, exactly the same as it should be. It's the auto. But by giving a name, you do not explain what it is. It is the spirit. The spirit does all the autonomous work within ourselves. That is the one that works out our parasympathetic. But still, as long as your spirit is not in your awareness, as long as it has not come in your attention, it is just a witness. It is just witnessing what you are doing. It is looking at you. We have that reflection in your heart. People who get heart attacks are of 2 types. One who have lethargic heart and another one who are active heart. Those who suffer from active hearts are the people who are very futuristic, right-sided, who think too much about the future. And the other ones, the one who have a lethargic heart, are the people who are left-sided, who are very much conditioned, who are worried about the past, who live with their ideas of sufferings. But once the spirit is awakened within you, it looks after you. It takes over, and you become a person who is guided by your spirit, which is absolute. And that's why it explains why in religion there are so many complications. Whatever you want to decide through your ego, through your mental projection, is linear. It moves in a linear direction and it recoils back. That's why you have seen all human enterprises have ended up into trouble. We tried with science, we become the creators of atom bomb which destroys us. We try with anything, even with emotional side we start. What we find, we get bound to it, get miseries and troubles in our emotional endeavors also. So, one reaches a point where one realizes that we have not reached that completion, that epitome, that higher state where we become knowledgeable to the absolute knowledge of everything.